Whenever I get a car like this, I always get nostalgic, thinking back to a time that, at least to me, doesn't seem like that long ago, when cars like the Accord, the Camry, and the Altima were the heavy hitters of the automotive industry. Family sedans that led the way for their respective brands. Now, they're all still here, of course, but they've largely been cast as understudies now by the SUV. But just take a look at this refreshed Altima. It is sharp, it's an excellent car, and it's just begging you, don't forget about me.
The trifecta of Sentra, Altima, and Maxima have been a mainstay of Nissan's lineup for decades. And even as its trucks outsell the cars nearly 2-to-1, the Altima remains the brand's second bestseller. For 2023, the Altima gets a once-over, sharpening its appearance and bolstering its tech. At the pinnacle of the Altima's 8 grade levels is the only one packing a turbo, the SRVC Turbo. All others receive the standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and can be optioned with all-wheel drive. Despite its additional 60 horsepower, the turbo is exclusively front-wheel drive, but it does benefit from unique suspension and chassis tuning befitting its sportier demeanor. As is fairly common these days, feed it 93 octane, and the Altima outputs 248 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. But pump the cheap stuff and those numbers drop by about 5%. The VC in its name stands for variable compression, a technology Nissan toiled over for decades and eventually brought to market in 2016 for its premium Infiniti division. Delivering the best of both worlds, power and efficiency, the VC Turbo injects some real zip into the Altima and still returns 29 mpg in mixed driving. This gray sky pearl is one of a pair of new paint colors for 2023, and it looks amazing. A $395 option, it takes on light in mysterious ways, sometimes whitish, sometimes distinctively blue. Paired with the new 19-inch wheel design, red SR badges, and special black chrome grille, this is the sexiest Altima of all time. Regardless of trim, all Altima enter 2023 with a new front fascia and standard LED headlights. The changes truly sharpen the Altima's appearance and present this SRVC Turbo with some street cred.
There's a charming simplicity about a car like this. You know, I've been driving so many complex EVs and luxury models lately that sitting in the Altima is like getting a warm hug. There's an actual shifter that we all know how to use, a real volume knob for the radio, and easy to use controls throughout. So there is a get in and go nature here that is not lost on me.
The new 12.3-inch HD touchscreen is far bigger than its predecessor and includes a new layout that I really like. It's bright, crisp, and uses tiles to group similar features, making it very easy to use and within easy reach of the driver. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and plays well with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. There's also a great TomTom weather app, a 9-speaker Bose audio system with active noise cancellation, Sirius XM with 360L, delivering more music streaming channels, and a surround view monitor with a conveniently located activation button on the dash. There's a real volume knob too. However, Nissan has failed to illuminate it, so good luck finding it during a night drive. That's really the only hiccup in an otherwise surprisingly upscale cabin for Nissan. But does it drive as sporty as it looks? Well, within the context of a mid-size family sedan, it is an enjoyable drive. Nissan's CVT doesn't have a fan club, but it's not a deal breaker either. A tiny button on the shifter itself triggers sport mode, providing more engine braking and can mimic 8 actual gears when using the paddle shifters. But it's the sport-tuned suspension with its high-tech Sachs rear shock absorbers that impress the most. The ride quality is beautifully compliant and contributes to skillful handling that scrubs out body motion sloppiness. Sure, it groans a little when you hit the accelerator, and there are no synthetic sounds to mask the CVT, but the drive is competent and comfortable. A TRD Camry is better at this athletic, mainstream car concept, but in a vacuum, the Altima SRVC Turbo is a satisfying experience that comes up just short on being labeled fun to drive. The power delivery is linear, and it's fun to watch the variable compression turbo meter in the driver display as it ebbs and flows between eco and power. It is quick, hitting 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, but it's accompanied by a soundtrack of nothingness, whether from inside or outside the vehicle. Never known for its quality-driven cabin aesthetics, this Altima flips the script. The black leather, zero-gravity seats with red and white stitching, superior seating position, and rich touch points move Nissan beyond the cheap, hard plastic days. I wish the driver's seat bottom was a little longer for more thigh support, and there's no height adjustment on the passenger side, but all told, this is a cabin worthy of the $36,480 MSRP. That includes Pro Pilot Assist, which is adaptive cruise control plus lane centering. Other SR-grade goodies include the Advanced Drive Assist display with its mixture of digital and analog gauges, rear automatic braking, traffic sign recognition, and automatic high beams. From a volume standpoint, the Altima is a little more commodious than the Camry, with a trunk that's larger than that of a Mercedes S-Class. Outboard rear seat passengers are also treated to lots of leg and headroom, though the hump in the floor makes that center position a tough draw. Though Nissan is playing catch-up with its electrification plans, this is likely the last go-around for a gas-fueled Altima. Production of this current generation is expected to end in 2026, when an all-new fully electric sedan will likely take its place. In the pantheon of affordable family sedans, including the Accord, Camry, and Altima, Nissan has always held its own, and this 2023 refresh continues to do just that. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.